Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and welcome back if you're practicing with me again. Today's class is a 40-minute Vinyasa slow flow and it's part 3 of the Refresh and Restore series of classes. And these practices are designed to help you feel rejuvenated and restored in your whole body without too much over effort. And this particular class has some longer holds, but also an opportunity to flow, breath to movement. And it's really an any time of the day kind of flow, whenever you need to stretch out and reset. For practice, you may wish to have a blanket with you, although it's just optional. And if you are enjoying the classes and you'd like to support me creating and posting each week, I'm on Patreon. All the details are in the description below. Thanks so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoy your practice. Namaste. And we'll begin practice together today, reclined in Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're familiar with this posture and your hips feel comfortably open in this shape, go ahead, rest back, press the soles of your feet together. Invite the knees to open out wide. If you'd like to offer your hips some additional support in this shape, roll your blanket into the shape of a sausage and then place the rolled blanket over the arches of your feet. Wrap the ends of the blanket around to the sides of your upper thighs. Holding onto the blanket as you recline, then nestle the blanket in close so your outer hips feel padded. And then wriggle out any restlessness, feel for balance across your shoulders and your hips. And when you're ready, gently closing down your eyes and invite yourself to become still. Welcome yourself to your practice. Grounding your awareness in the here and the now by focusing on the steady flow of your breath. Offering your mind an anchor for your attention and also an opportunity to reconnect with yourself, to feel refreshed and to explore being more focused, more present with what's right in front of you. Feel your next breath moving in, your next breath out. And if you'd like a mantra to support your practice today and it resonates with you, you might like to say silently to yourself as you breathe in, I am here. And as you exhale, saying, this is now. Take 3 more cycles of breath. And just closing the knees in toward each other. Walk your feet wide to the side edges of your mat. Take your arms into a soft cactus shape up by your shoulders and sway your knees side to side, over to the left, over to your right. Letting your knees rock, and gently mobilizing your hips and your low back. Just moving at the pace of your slowest breath. And then next time your knees fall over to the right, pause there in a twist. Take some calm, slow breaths. An option here to hook your right ankle on the top of your left thigh or your knee, adding a little weight to the stretch. Breathe into the space all along the left line of your body. And then come back through center now, 2 feet to the floor, sway your knees up and over to the left. And then an option to hook your left ankle on top of your right thigh or knee. Slipping the shoulders down your spine so you feel grounded. Letting your belly feel soft as you breathe. And then releasing now, bring your knees back through center and step your feet in a little closer toward your buttocks, feet as wide as your hips. Place your arms alongside your body for a dynamic bridge flow. Just moving softly in your body. On an inhale, raise just your right arm overhead as you lift your hips and send your gaze to the left. On your exhale, lower your arm, your buttocks, and turn your gaze back to the ceiling. Inhale, left arm overhead. Same time, raise your hips, look to your right. And exhale, release back down. Both arms now. Inhale, float your arms overhead, lift your hips. And then just pause, letting your breath open into your chest. And then sense a soft release on your next breath out and release all the way down. Gather your knees in toward your chest. And then transitioning into happy baby pose, separating your knees wide, catch the outer edges of your feet or the back of your knees, and then encourage your knees to track down toward your armpits. Shins perpendicular with the floor. You might like to sway a little side to side there, massaging your back into the floor. And then release your feet, catch your knees in toward your chest. From here, we'll transition onto all fours, and you may wish to just roll out to your side if that feels best, or option to cross at your ankles, hold your feet, and start to roll back and forth through your spine, building a little momentum there. And as you're ready, rolling up and over the legs, stepping back into tabletop. And once you land, feel your hands, your fingers, your knees, your shins, and your feet into the mat. And then moving through a few spinal waves, cat and cow, arching, rounding your spine to the beat of your own breath's rhythm. And inviting this movement to feel relaxed, fluid, natural. Simply landing your attention in your body, feeling the air on your skin, the touch of your breath. And maybe in a neutral spine, and extend your right leg straight back, rest your right toes to the mat, lengthening into your heel and your calf, waking up your toes. As you sway, you weight forward a little and back. And then just stay for another cycle of breath in together and a breath out. Now stand into your hands, raise your right leg to hip height, and then on your exhale, one time, draw your right knee in toward your chest, dome your spine. Inhale, kick your right leg straight back. Exhale now, step your right foot forward outside your right hand for lizard pose. Pop up onto the fingertips, raise your left knee, and then feel your chest, your heart alert, reaching forward as you extend your left heel back. Take 2 more steady breaths. On your exhale, step up into Malasana Yogi Squat. Your preference, buttocks a little more elevated or low. Press your palms to the center of your chest, elbows to the inner knees to widen the gate of the pose. Take 1 more breath in here. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Parallel your feet to the width of your hips. On an inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, refold over your legs. Slowly sip a breath in as you rise, come to stand. Sweep your arms overhead. And then guide your palms to the heart center. Interlace your hands into a knot now at the center of your chest. And invite your breath in and up toward your thumbs. On your exhale, turn your hands inside out, press your palms forward, round your spine, chin toward your chest. Inhale, raise your arms overhead, grow long through the side of your body. Exhale, release the hands from your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Staying upright, breathe in, puff your chest. Exhale, bend the knees deeply, forward fold over your legs. Relax your head heavy. On an inhale, release your hands to the shins, Ardha Uttanasana. On your exhale, step back to plank pose. Pause there. We'll take 3 steady breaths. Breathing in together. Breathing out. Twice more. Last one. On your exhale, child's pose. Soften your knees wide to the floor. Big toes to touch, buttocks to your heels. Settle and pause. Breathe an easy breath in. An easy breath out. And then lifting up just a little way, walk your hands up and over to the right. Curving your torso, fanning your left side ribs. Take one more cycle of breath in and out. And then move back through center over to your left. Perhaps connecting to that mantra, I am here, as you breathe in. This is now as you breathe out. Grounding your awareness in each moment. Make your way back through center, or glide up onto all fours. Step the knees underneath your hips there. We'll cycle through the left side. Extend your left leg straight back, left toes to the floor. Taking a few moments, a few breaths to stretch your toes. Lengthen your heel, your calf, as you rock a little forward. Sway a little back. And then coming back through center, shoulders over the wrist, raise your left leg. And aiming to stay balanced through your hip points there. Take a breath in. Exhale, left knee to chest, core lunge. Inhale, send your left leg straight back. On your exhale, step your left foot forward for lizard lunge. Pop up onto the fingertips, make some space to lengthen your chest forward. Then raise your right knee. Feed your chest forward through your arms, engaging your right thigh strong. 2 more steady breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, step up into Malasana, your version. And as you linger, press into your outer feet, pressing them into the mat for support so your legs feel quite active there and there's a buoyancy, a lift through your spine in the shape. Take another breath in. Exhale, raise the hips forward, fold over the legs, parallel your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, refold over your legs. Rise slow to stand with the wave of your in-breath. And then rest your palms to prayer in front of your heart. Interlace your fingers, take a breath in. Exhale, press your palms forward around your spine. Arms overhead, reach tall. And then hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Take a big breath in, open your chest. Exhale, forward fold over your legs, shoulders stretch. Release your hands to your shins, take a halfway lift. And then stepping back to your plank pose. We'll take a Vinyasa first round. Soften your knees to the floor, then just slowly lower to your belly. We'll set up for Ardha Shalabhasana, locust. As you're ready, arms by your side. Heavy your feet and your legs into the floor. And with your inhale, raise just your chest and your arms. Move your shoulder blades in and down your spine, finding a height in your back bend that allows you to breathe with ease. And then exhale, release, hands to the floor, press back to your first downward facing dog. Easing into your shape, pedal and stretch, move and sway. And take a few breaths here to settle, lengthen, and connect to the flow of your breath. Easy breath in, calm breath out. Take 3 more. The next sequence will repeat twice, moving slow now and then with the beat of each breath to movement. On your in-breath, raise your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Now feel for balance across your shoulders, an even press of your hands. Keep that as you bend your right knee and squeeze your right heel toward your left buttocks, opening into the front of your hip. Stay for a full breath in, a full breath out. Again, breathe in. On your exhale, step your right foot to your hands for low lunge. So we're going to stay on the fingertips, tap the left knee down. Once you land, press your left sitting bone forward. Slide your shoulder blades down your back, drawing your heart forward in space. And then you can wriggle and adjust here just to find your own sweet stretch, lunging deeper or easing off. Just perhaps closing your eyes to really feel into your body. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, half splits, walk your hands back, move towards straightening your right leg. We'll pause for a few breaths. So you're actively digging your right heel into the mat and get the feeling you're isometrically dragging your heel back. You're squaring your hips, swaying your right hip back in space, turning the left hip forward, perhaps raising your buttocks a little just to find that symmetry and engagement in your right thigh without locking your knee. And then inhale, re-lunge your right knee, tuck your left toes under, raise both arms overhead, steady your shape, and then lower and lace your fingers behind the back of your head. Point your elbows forward, and then trace a line from the front wall to the ceiling with your elbow tips. So you're trying to let your head rest heavy into the hammock of your hands, opening your heart space as you explore sitting a little deeper into the hips. Inhale, lift 2 arms high overhead, neutralize your spine. On your exhale, transition into arrowhead. You're going to sweep your arms back, torso forward, raise the left thigh. Just here for a beat. On an inhale, rise up, high lunge, arms overhead. And on your exhale, swim your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers once more. Ground and seal your left heel to the mat. Take a breath, puff your chest. Exhale, forward fold into humble warrior. Here for 3. Keep your left heel solidly anchored and nudge your right hip in toward your midline. On your inhale, release your bind, rise up, open into warrior 2. Proud across your chest, through the reach of both arms. Then give a little squeeze to your left buttocks and let that action lightly lift your right hip. So you center your torso. Next breath in, reverse triangle, 2 straight legs, lengthen back, enjoy the stretch. On your exhale, extended side angle pose, rebend your right knee, right forearm to your right thigh, sweep your left arm up or overhead, just find what feels good. So you're going only as far as your breath is deep and easeful. 3 more breaths. On your exhale, release, hands to the floor will flow, stepping back, high push up on your inhale. Lower to your belly, exhale. Locust variation on your inhale, chest lifts, legs stay low, arms fly. And then press back, child's pose, knees wide, buttocks to your heels, take rest, and a few quiet breaths. Making your way into downward facing dog. Your left side leading with your inner thigh, left leg reaches up and back, down dog splits. Just consciously finding that balance across your shoulders. And then just slowly bend the left knee, open your hip. Stay for a full breath in, full breath out. Again, breathe in. On your exhale, step your left foot up for low lunge, right knee softly to the floor. Staying on the fingertips, no rush. Just noticing how your breath responds. On your exhale, Ardha Hanuman, half splits, straightening your left leg in your comfortable range of motion. Just finding that active co-contraction. Your left quads hug your thigh, your left heel digs and scissors back. Inhale, re-lunge your left knee, tuck your right toes under, both arms overhead. Then hands behind the back of your head, linking your fingers, pointing the elbows forward, and then gently easing into a light back bend, opening the throat, chest. Focus on lifting the sternum. Inhale, release, raise both arms overhead, neutralize your spine. And then exhale, arrowhead, arms fly back, torso forward, raise your right knee. Feel both feet into the mat, rise up, high lunge, arms overhead. And on your exhale, float the hands behind the back, interweave your fingers, anchoring your right heel now to the mat to steady your posture. Take a breath, puff your chest, and then fold, humble warrior. Coming forward inside your left thigh, here for 3 breaths. And you're just closing the door on your left hip if you feel like it's swung open. Inhale, release your bind, rise up, warrior 2. Softening out through your front toes. Next breath in, reverse triangle, straighten your legs. On your exhale, extended side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. Rebend the left knee, left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm up or overhead. On your exhale, release, stepping back, plank pose. Lower to the floor on your exhale. Locust on your inhale, arms, chest float, option to raise your legs now. And then release, flow gently back into a child's pose. Returning to downward facing dog. We'll move one more round, engaging your body to the tempo of your breath. Same sequence, I'll guide you along. Breathing and raise your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, straighten and square your hips. Stepping up, right foot to your hands, low lunge. Stay on the fingertips, take a breath. Exhale, half splits. On your inhale, lunge forward, tuck your left toes, raise the arms overhead with your breath. And then hands behind your head, elbows forward. Inhale, lift the chest, point the elbows up. Exhale, back to neutral. Arms reach straight up. Arrowhead, arms back. Raise your left knee, torso forward. And then sweep up, high lunge. Hands behind the back, take your bind. Ground your left heel to the floor. Lift your chest. Forward fold, humble warrior. Release your hands, rise up. Open your arms, warrior two, staying for your out breath. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Looking down, hands to the floor, flow through your vinyasa or take rest. We'll meet up in a child's pose. And then final round, left side, ease your way back into downward facing dog. We'll keep flowing. Inhale, left leg up and back, down dog splits. On your exhale, bend your knee, gently open your hip. Breathing in, straighten. Exhale, left foot steps up, low lunge. Onto your fingertips, breathing in. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman, half split, straightening out through your front leg. Flowing forward, low lunge, right toes tucked, arms overhead. Exhale, hands like a basket behind your head, elbows forward. Inhale, lift the chest, elbows up, light back bend. Exhale, back to neutral. Inhale, arms reach straight up. Exhale, arrowhead, raise your right knee. High lunge on your next breath in. Hands behind the back, lace your fingers. Open your chest, ground your heel. Forward fold, humble warrior. Rising up with your in-breath, opening out, warrior two. Then just stay for your exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach up and back. Press your feet down and away. And then side angle pose, rebend the front knee, Parshva Eyes down, hands down, flow through your vinyasa or take rest. And again, we'll meet up in a child's pose. Buttocks to heels. And calming the rhythm of your breath. Letting your exhales release into a soft belly. And slowing down now, gently gliding up onto all fours. We'll move into a modified pigeon or deer pose. To make space to transition, place your left knee a little further out to your left. Then slide your right knee forward to the back of your right hand and take a seat. Now just create 90-degree angles with your legs. So leaning your torso forward, rest your fingertips forward. Then slide your right shin up so it's parallel with the front edge of your mat, toes flexed. Then glance back at your left leg and mirror that shape, taking care to rest your inner left knee on the mat or a blanket if you need a little extra padding there. And then folding forward over your right shin. So you can stay more elevated or walk your hands all the way forward. Just pausing for about 8 more breaths. Gently relaxing. Breathing calm and smooth. And then easing your way back up. From here, draw your right heel in toward your pelvis. Sweep your left leg forward and place your foot right in front of your ankle. We'll stay here for an open twist. So set your right fingertips behind you and then your left arm on the inside of your left leg down toward your inner arch. And you're revolving around to your right. So aim to remain tall, lifted through your low back spine, and get the feeling you're rotating through your mid-back as you coach your right shoulder back in space. And take one more breath in here, tall through your spine. And then exhale and unravel around to your left. We'll set up for modified pigeon or deer on your left. So just windmill the knees to face the front of your mat, taking care here to find that 90-90 shape. Your feet flexed. And patting your inner right knee if that feels supportive for you. And then your torso reaches forward and out over your left shin. You're resting here. Breathing soft and smooth. And last few, breathe. And then gently easing your way back up. Draw your left heel in toward your pelvis. Sweep your right foot forward in front of your ankle, and we'll take an open twist. So your left fingertips behind for support. Right arm to the inside of your right leg. And you can use your right arm for stability and leverage here by just gently pressing into your right leg, same time resisting with your right leg. So your knee points straight up as you twist and open to your left. And then come back through center. Now face the long edge of your mat, should be already there. Open your legs into a comfortable V shape for Upavista Konasana. So wide-legged straddle. So it needn't be a 16-year-old gymnastic straddle. You can bring your legs into a narrower V, and you also might like to prop yourself on the ledge of a blanket. So you encourage like a forward tilt through your pelvis, so you're not pulling on your low back as you fold. So we'll start upright, fingertips behind the floor, engaging your legs, flexing your toes, lifting up, grow long through the sides of your waist, and then gently tilting the pelvis forward, hinging from your hips, walking the hands forward, finding your version of a fold here. You might wish to just close your eyes here and deliberately slow the rhythm of your breath. Taking 5 more easeful breaths, perhaps returning to your mantra. Breathing in, saying to yourself, I'm here. Exhaling, this is now. Just firmly landing yourself in each moment. And then walking your hands back in, bending both your knees, bring the soles of your feet together for a seated Baddha Konasana. Holding the ankles, breathing in, elevating your spine, and then exhaling, drawing your chest forward through the window of your arms to fold. And even if it seems like a long way off, try and aim your belly button toward your toes so you keep extending through the front of your spine. Just relaxing your breathing effort, observing its rhythm, remaining present. And gently releasing, closing your knees in toward one another, and reclining now for final rest, Shavasana. Grab any additional layers or props you may wish now as we take the next couple of minutes to just let go, laying yourself down, placing your arms by your sides, palms up. Also let your feet fall wide, a little wider than your hips. Your heels can land heavy. And just allow yourself to release any lingering effort with a few long exhales or sighs. And if you feel like stillness doesn't come that easy after moving, just connect to the spaces that are already soft. Feel the center of your palms, the softness of your skin, and allow it to spread into your arms and into your shoulders. And then feel the very pit of your throat. And let that softness make its way through your neck and your jaw. Now feel the soles of your feet, a softness, letting it spread through your calves and your legs. And rest now, let go. I'll be back to guide you back. And then slowly, gently drifting your awareness back. Take the next few breaths to just wriggle and stretch out in your own way. And then bending your knees, take your feet to the floor. And just roll out to your right side. You can pause there for a moment. Let the light in toward you, blinking the eyes open. And then just slowly drag your way back up to sit. And thank you so much for joining me. So nice to be back flowing with you all again. Grateful to have my voice back. I hope you're all feeling refreshed, ready for whatever lays ahead. Namaste.